Hello, SquirrelTribe 2.0. Happy Labor Day. If you guys are curious, because I was very curious about this. When I worked corporate America, Labor Day was the one day that I did not understand why we were open. Why were locations open? Why could you go shopping on Labor Day? Because the whole point in Labor Day, I thought, was to be able to, kick back and relax and not do the labor that you'd been doing forever and a day, right? So I just looked it up because out of curiosity, side note, I am using, remember I showed you guys the case? This is the case on the computer, all nice and whatever. It's so friggin' cute. Casetify, I told you guys about this. I think it says it somewhere around there it is, the little rubber corners. I absolutely love this thing. It's so stinking cute. Anyway, not the point. So I looked it up and I'm like, all right, what's the point behind Labor Day? What's the meaning behind Labor Day? To make sure that I'm not just, crazy and thinking that it's supposed to be about, people and all the labor they have done over time. And according to this, Labor Day, celebrated in the United States on the first Monday of each September, which would be today, it is September 1st, ladies and gentlemen, is the nation's official commemoration of its workers' contributions to national strength, prosperity, and well-being. It also marks for millions of Americans, the unofficial end of summer. And then I look here and it says Labor Day is a public holiday or day of festivities held in honor of working people in the U.S. and in Canada on the first Monday in September. And then a lot of other countries do this on May 1st. So why are places open today? Although I am thankful places are open today because my husband and my child have gone to a place that is open today. So you and I can be here with each other. So the kid, she got changed from, I think I told you guys this already. Her schedule got all kind of wonky the first week of school, right? And she was a little upset about it. But then she decided she wants to stay in world history honors and she wants to stay in her geometry class and whatever else. But she did change her biology to marine biology. She moved over to marine biology. And so she said that she has a paper that's due tomorrow. And so today, last minute, because she gets that from her mama, she's like, oh, I got to write this paper. And she's like, can I go to Causeway Coffee or something? I was like, girl, yes, go. Scoot. You and dad go do that. I'll do this. So she has taken her backpack with her. She's going to the coffee shop so she can order a little sippy sip and a little snacky snack and do her little typey type and righty write. And she's going to feel all grown and stuff. And it's going to be super cute. And I feel bad that the girls that work at Causeway have to work on Labor Day. Because again, I feel like that should be the day where if you work retail, specifically retail, that you should not have to go in, close everything and let people enjoy the day that's meant for them. But again, I'm glad they're open so they could go do these fun things. So anyway, that's that. So how you doing? How's your mom and them? Everybody having a good day? Yeah, hope so. I don't know if you can see the small rave that's going on in the background with the blippy light that keeps doing this. I can see it. It's all I can focus on is this light doing this the whole time. And in my brain, I've got the rave music going. I'm like, we should just dance this out, right? We're not going to do that though, because that's weird. Y'all, the dog, Maxie Poo, living the hard life of being a cute doodle over here, just does not know what to do with himself. Yeah, he's had to run from the vacuum all morning. Kevin helped me out. He vacuumed the house. I've been cleaning like crazy and he helped me vacuum and stuff. And Max does not like the sound of vacuums. He will get as close to it as humanly possible and then run from it like he did not realize that he does not like a vacuum. Very weird dog. So anyway, he's been doing that. We've been cleaning. That's why all the lights are on in the house because normally only use the light in the room that you're in, save the light bill, So last night, y'all, let me tell you what I did yesterday. We went over to a friend's house, Melissa and Michael. We went over to their houses. Their house, that's one house. I don't know why I just pluralized that. We went over to their house for end of summer get together thing. She invited a bunch of her friends. They invited a bunch of their friends over. And Kevin and I went over and y'all met me. Look, I have to do this because we technically haven't met. Like I've met a couple of y'all and I'm going to meet another one of y'all in a week or so. I'm very excited about Christina. But y'all've like met me through here, right? And this is what your girl looks like on a 99.9% of the time basis. I've got on t-shirts and today I have on some like jean cropped mom jeans, whatever you want to call them. And my hair it's a little dirty. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm waiting till tomorrow to wash it. So you got a little greasy top going on here, but the bottom is still fine, whatever. So yesterday I dressed like I always dressed and I know better because we were going to hang out with adults, like adults. I did not realize how adult they were until we showed up. So I'm over there in my Buc-ee's t-shirt And if you saw yesterday's video, I did button my jeans back up before I got out of the car, which I'm very proud of myself for remembering. But I had on the American Eagle bootcut jeans. I had on some cute little sneakers. I think they're Hey Dudes, some Hey Dude sneakers. My hair was in a bun. I had the dangly earrings, the whatever. I looked like I was trying to be 18. Like, that's how I feel on a daily basis, that physically, outwardly, clearly about to be 44, but everything else inside, no, we're 18, maybe 26, sometimes feel like I'm 30. And then, when I have to like get up from sitting down, I'm obviously 87 because everything fucking hurts. But anyway, so that's how I'm dressed. Y'all. And it's a bring your own wine kind of thing, like a bottle or whatever. I just brought a glass. I didn't bring a whole bottle or whatnot. So I just brought a glass of wine. And we get there and I know better because it's the second time we've been over there, and I know better. And I know that these people, they dress like adults because they are adults, and they're beautiful people. They're so incredibly nice. Their house is gorgeous. Everything's amazing. And we show up again in t-shirts and jeans looking like, y'all, have you ever felt like the I don't want to say black sheep. That's not it. The charity case. There we go. I walked in there in t-shirts and a jean. I'm like, oh, I feel like a charity case. That's not what it was for. Like, they love us. We love them. They're great. But when I walk into a place and I am clearly physically dressed, or whatever you want to call it, not in the same caliber of where we are, I get a little self-conscious, and then I like don't know what to do with myself, right? This is what's crazy. I will smile at everybody and their mama when they're walking by me. Hi, how you doing? Hi. I customer service face all day long, customer service voice. We'll make small talk with random strangers absolutely everywhere until I'm invited to somebody's house and there's a bunch of strangers there, and then I'm just in a corner like this. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to walk up and just start talking to people, especially when I'm in a stupid ass t-shirt and jeans and they're dressed up like nicely, like adults do. I don't know why I still shop the way I shop. Like, I've bought some nice things. Like, I have adult pieces, but then I go to put them on and I'm like, I feel like an adult. I don't like it. And so then I don't wear them, right? Like, y'all saw when I dressed up for dinner, it wasn't even that dressed up. It was like the color shirt did look really good on me. Y'all are right. That little burnt orange color might be my jam. But I had that on and some earrings and I was like, oh, honey, you're feeling yourself. You're looking good. But that's like a once in a lifetime kind of thing. Generally, when I get dressed up, I'm like, honey, you've put on 30 pounds since you wore this. It does not look the same. Take it off, put on the t-shirt. And that's where I live my life lately, is in the t-shirt section of life. So we go to the house and we go in and everybody looks so great. Everybody's so pretty. There's like the sundresses, and the fellas are wearing like the buttoned up collared shirts and the linens and the khakis and the whatnot. And they're all really nicely put together. And I'm in there looking like I've, crashed a party. But so we go and we are surrounded by, y'all, lawyers and architects and adults. Like, that's what, I don't know how to explain this out loud to where I don't sound stupid and it doesn't sound weird, but there are certain situations where you go into and you're like, oh shit, I'm old. I'm older. I am an adult. Ma'am, you're 43. You're almost 44. Shit. And I forget so often that is my age range, and I should be more, whatever, because I don't know. But I love talking to everybody there. So I got to meet, like I said, some architects and some lawyers, and we talked about copper patina, like how copper changes colors. And we talked about shopping in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and the weather and these art galleries that they've gone to. And then Michael brings out this hat that he's making, and I'm like, it looks like it'd be perfect for Lainey Wilson. And then they have this whole butler area with different wines. And I'm in there with my little glass of Riesling, and I'm explaining to them that I'm not a real adult because I like Moscato. And Michael's like, girl, if you like Moscato, you like Moscato. And I was like, but they don't put that on most wine menus because that's for toddlers, although toddlers should not be drinking wine. But I feel like a toddler every time I go. I'm like, do y'all have Moscato? And people are like, oh, you mean that sugar stuff? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, no, we have real wine. And I'm like, okay, I'll just drink water. Thank you. So we're over there and I finished my glass of Riesling, right? I had this little glass. What did I have? Let me see what I took. It's in the other refrigerator. Never mind. So I took the St. Chateau Saint Michelle's Saint Chateau Michelle, whatever the crap it's called. It's got my name in it, which is why I like the bottle, whatever. So I had a little glass of Riesling and then I finished it. And Michael was like, come here, we'll find you a different wine that you might like. And I was like, well, probably not. And he's like, well, we'll open this bottle. I'm like, quit trying to open bottles for me, because what if I don't like it? Now you've opened a whole bottle. Who's going to drink this? And he's like, we have an entire house full of people. Somebody will drink this. And I'm like, okay. So then I tried this bubbly stuff that Melissa had open, and I took a sip and I was like, oh no, that's great. I like it. I'll drink that. And Melissa goes, she's lying. Find something different. She's just trying to be nice. And which was, it was true. I didn't really love it, but I was going to drink it, as so not to like make them open a whole new bottle. But then, y'all, Michael opened up a bottle of Shiraz. Now here's what's funny. I used to wait tables, right? And I used to wait tables at this Italian restaurant, and I waited tables there. I was so good at my job, y'all. There are things that I will brag about in my life, and I will brag about my child. I will brag about my husband. I'll brag about my family. I'll brag about my friends. I don't generally brag about myself, although it feels like I do because I'm always talking about myself. So that feels a little whatever, but I will brag all day long about how good I am at the jobs that I do that I love. Waiting tables, phenomenal. You would not find a better server anywhere, because I loved what I did. I love meeting different people, making sure everybody had what they wanted, what they needed, whatever else. Having the conversation, not having the conversation, depending on the people. You know what I mean? Talking to the ladies, don't talk to the fellas, because some ladies don't like it when you talk to the fellas. Know what I mean? So you've seen those videos where they're like, instead of the tip, they go, don't call my husband sweetie. Oh, honey, get over yourself. They probably were not flirting. You're fine, whatever. Anyway, I used to love waiting tables, and I was very, very good at it. This Italian restaurant that I worked at, people would come in and they're like, what wine pairs well with this eggplant rotini? And I'm like, well, in my opinion, and I would just name some shit. I'm not even gonna lie. Well, I mean, I did lie technically, because I had no clue, because I did not drink wine. But I would remember what people ordered with certain meals. And I'm like, okay, well, obviously that must go with it. I'd be like, you might like the Rodney Strong Cabernet. You might like the blah, 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 right? Like, that's what I would do. And then people would be like, I take a glass of that. Thank you. So then I'd bring the bottle over and be like, hey, hi, pour a glass of wine. You want to taste it, make sure it's good. And they taste it and they're like, oh, that does pair nicely. I'm like, see, I would never steer you wrong. And so, I've seen the Shiraz wines. I've seen the Merlots and the Cabernets and the Pinots and the whatever else are out there. So last night when Michael's like, here, I'm going to open up this Shiraz, I'm thinking to myself, that's a red wine, right? Red wine tastes like, and I don't know, I've never tasted this, but I assume red wine tastes like licking the driest bottom of the dirtiest foot. That's how I feel like red wine tastes, because I have tasted a red wine before, never tasted the bottom of a foot. Not my thing there. For those of you who it is, hey, I'm not judging. You do you, boo. It is what it is. But I've tasted red wines before, and I've wanted to just like scrape my tongue off because it's disgusting. So he's like, well, I'm going to open this Shiraz. And before I can say no, he opens it, and y'all, he has these little plastic cups, and he pours just a hint into this little plastic cup. And while he's standing there at their marble-topped butler thingy-majiggy, and Melissa's standing here with her bottle of bubbly, and I'm standing here holding my little, pink cup because I'm an adult, obviously. I go to reach for little bits of red wine in little bitty cup, and instead just fucking knock it right over onto the white countertop. And all I could do was go, no! I yell, no! And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like deer in a headlight, just standing there staring at it. And next thing I know, I'm like, do I just take my shirt and mop it up? Like, what do I do? And Michael's like, it's not a big deal. And I'm like, bruh, it's red wine, white countertop. It's going down the cabinets. It's touching the floor. I'm like losing my shit. And he's like, here's a napkin. And he just sops it up. And he's like, it's fine. We've spilled way more than that over here. And I was like, okay. Whatever. So then I try the Shiraz, a little sip of it. Y'all, Shiraz is delicious. Delicious. So I told the man earlier, I said, when you and the kid get back, I was like, you want to go to the liquor store? He's like, for what? And I was like, duh, Shiraz. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what brand it is. I got nothing. I should probably ask, because I don't know if all Shirazes are created equal. So then I Googled what Shiraz is last night, and it's like, it is the certain grapes from the blah, 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 and it's got the high tannins, and it's got the blah, blah, blahs, and it's got this blackberry flavor and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, that sounds like something I would enjoy. So now I want to go buy a Shiraz. I don't know which one. gonna Google that shit too and be like, what's the top 10 Shirazes in the world? And just see which one I can find that's like under $20 because I'm not spending that kind of money on anything like that. So that was that. So, but then we're meeting everybody, right? And Melissa and Michael, I love them. Melissa goes, come here, you gotta come meet this lady. And I don't remember her name because I'm really bad some days. This one piece of hair that's like sticking out farther than the rest is annoying the bejesus out of me. You can see it. It keeps popping like back up. Just at one, stop. No? Whatever. So she takes me over to this lady. She goes, I've been telling her all about you. We've been talking all about what you do and everything else. And like, y'all know, I don't really tell people what I do because I don't know. It's weird for me to be like, they're like, oh, what do you do? I just go, I'm retired. I'm just living the life, which, not, but I tell people I'm retired because it's easier than going, talking to a camera all day long and then put it up on the World Wide Web for everybody else to judge me with. That doesn't sound nearly as, less scary as I'm retired. It's fine. So Melissa's like, I've been telling her all about you and what you do. So she goes over to introduce me and I'm pretty sure she was the architect and her husband's an architect and they built a lot of stuff around where we live and they've had hands in building like Porsche and things like that. And I'm like, oh, these are like adults. And I'm over there again in my Buc-ee's t-shirt, drinking my Shiraz out of my pink cup with my bun and my earrings like, And she's like, so what do you do? Like on YouTube, what do you do? And I'm like, I don't know. How, I'm asking y'all, how would you tell people what I do on YouTube? I have a shopping problem. And so I show everybody what I buy. And then I just tell a lot of stories. Like, I don't know how to tell people what I do over here. So I was just like, oh, and it's fine. And then what? Okay. That's all I got. That's all I had for her. And she's like, I want to learn to do what you do. And I was like, I don't know how to teach this shit. I really don't. I want to be like, let me help you. I got nothing. I don't know how to tell people how to do any of this. All I can tell people is just set up your phone and, talk. About what? I don't know. Well, how long? I don't know. Where should I do it? I don't know. What do I do when I'm done? I don't know. Like that's my life. And I don't know how to tell people at all what it is I do. So I have this whole group of people staring at me while we're talking about what I do. And I'm like, just smile and be like, oh no, it's a lot of fun. It's great. You can do whatever you want and whatever else. But I always feel, and I don't know why, because it's interesting. Kevin and I were talking about this afterwards. Here we are in a room full of like high-end adults. That's what I'm calling them, high-end adults. I don't know if that means I'm referring to myself as a low-end adult. Fuck, I don't know what I'm saying here. Either way, we're in a room full of adults that have like big ass corporate jobs, right? And it's interesting because to me, that's kind of intimidating. I used to be corporate, right? But not like that. I've never been a lawyer, although I do argue, but I do it for free. So whatever. And I've never been an architect, although I will design the shit out of everything and then just never build because I don't know how. I don't do these things, right? But Kevin, when we got back, we're talking about it. And he's like, here we are in a room full of all these people thinking, they're all the way up here. And here we are in this room full of people that are looking at us going, man, that's cool as shit. They just do what they do on YouTube, right? And I never really thought about things like that. I don't know why, but I realize that everybody sees things differently than other people see things, right? So here I am thinking I'm just wasting people's time talking because it's fun for me and I like talking to y'all, but there's y'all out there who are like, this is like the highlight of the day because it takes your mind off of whatever might be going on at home, at work, at school, at whatever you're doing, right? And I don't ever think about it like that until we had this conversation yesterday after the dinner thing. Side note, listen to me. I like food. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if you can tell how much I like food, but I like food like so much. It's like my favorite thing is food. And we get over to Melissa and Michael's yesterday and their island is bigger than our island. You've seen my island. It's decently, like if I laid on it, hold on, put a foot at the end. Okay, yeah. So my island goes from my fingertips to my toe tips, okay? That's how big my island is. I should remind me to clean that when I'm done because I put my foot on it. My island is that big. Their island is bigger and it was covered in charcuterie boards because the kid when she was little could not say charcuterie Charcuterie, charcuterie boards, charcuterie boards. My brain wants to call it charcuterie boards now. Charcuterie boards. They're not charcuterie boards. And I mean, that might be a thing. I have seen that thing where they put like a lady on the thing and they put all the food on the lady and then you eat the food off the lady. That sounds real fetishy, charcuterie. So he had a ton of those set up and there was like homemade couscous, which was delicious. And this watermelon thing, y'all, he made this bowl of watermelon stuff that had feta cheese and black and green olives cut up in it. And I'm drooling again. And it was so good. And then he smoked like a bunch of different cream cheeses. He did something to these cream cheeses, which were freaking delicious. And there's this whole table full of food. And so the homeless looking charity cases that we looked like walked in. I was like, I'm going for the food. We started it. Nobody else was eating food. And I was like, no, I'm going for the food. So once again, they probably were like, oh, look at them helping the less needy because t-shirts and went straight for the food. Anyway, it was really good. And I told Kevin, I said, I would love to be that level of adult where I could have this massive spread of food and it just looked like something out of a Good Housekeeping magazine or a Down Home Living magazine or something off HGTV. Like Gordon Ramsay would have chef kissed the crap out of everything that was on this table. And he made these, what are they called? The thingy with the thingy. You have the kebabs. He made kebabs. Hello. And he marinated the vegetables that were on the kebabs overnight. He marinated them in, I don't know what the hell, but they were the most delicious vegetables I've ever had in my entire life. And I'm like, babe, I want to be an adult like that. When do I become an adult like that? Because I don't know. I don't see it happening anytime soon. I really want it to because like that was really, really nice. Anyway, so we did all that. And then we were supposed to do other stuff last night. Those plans changed because we stayed there way longer than we were supposed to because it was a lot of fun and the food was really good and the wine was really good and the company was really good. And then once we got home, I was like, babe, I'm like in the mood to like clean and like adult and stuff. So I cleaned this morning. Now I'm done adulting. I don't want to do it anymore. I changed my mind because they have a craft room and I was like, I could craft. I could do stuff. No, I cannot. I cannot. I do not know how to craft at all. I have y'all, this is what I did to my hair today. Once again, because I don't know how to do anything. I just put a little knot in the back of my head and called it done. I don't know how to do this shit. I don't know what I'm doing. So that's that. Anyway, in case you're curious, I have stuff. I don't know why I always have stuff, but I always have stuff. So look, my kid made me order this for her. Made me. Asked me nicely. I told her, yeah. So she had me order her this thing. We've already opened it. She already used it. I wanted to make sure it worked before I told you guys about it. And I don't know why you need this, except for she's a teenager and has the attention span of a gnat. I don't know where she gets it from, but she wanted this thing that goes up on your shower wall and your phone goes in it and it's waterproof. So according to her, there's this thing that she put up on her shower wall and this slides over it. And then you can like angle it. You use this to like angle it or whatever. And then your phone goes in here. Whatever size phone you have goes inside this thing, closes up. That was loud. And it's waterproof. And this way, while she's in there, instead of just taking a normal length shower like she should, she can now watch an entire movie while standing under hot water. So yay, but probably the worst $5 I've ever spent in my life because now it's going to double my water bill and everything else. But she does take forever to wash her hair. She does her hair maybe twice a week and it takes a very long time because she has to brush through it in the shower and do all this other stuff. So she's like, I would rather this be in the shower with me so I can just watch everything. That way she can hear it, whatever. I understand. If this had been around when I was her age, I would have wanted it too. So got her this like $5 off TikTok. She says it works great. So that's that. So now you guys have seen that. Now, I'm hoping this is what I think it is. I really am. I told you that Kevin should never have told me to get on TikTok and he should take away my TikTok because I am on there way too much at watching all the people try stuff on. Which I need to do the video to try on those pants I told you about and that green shirt I told you about. I still have to do the video. I haven't done it yet. But this is what I'm hoping this is what yep. Okay, these are the sunglasses. Listen, if you're on TikTok, you've seen everybody and their mama trying these things on. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not going to fall into this. And then I fell into it anyway. So they're trying on these sunglasses called these Bella Tangle Free. This would have been better to open tomorrow once my hair is washed and dried so we could actually see if they are tangle free. But this is the bag they come in and they're by Top Fox or whatever. And the case of it's nice. It's like yeah, nice case. All right, I'm gonna try these on. I'm blind as a bat, so we'll see what happens here. But they made these sunglasses, right? And they made them in 2 different sizes. At first, they made them in one size, like a big one. And everybody was complaining they were too big on their face because I guess most people have small faces. I have a large face. I probably could have ordered the large size, but I ordered the new small ones just to see what they are. But they're tangle free. So if you look here, they're saying that because of this being part of it, that once you put it up in your hair, you can just take them off. But here's the kicker. Every single video I saw, the girls that put them on had to take them off like that way. You couldn't just put them into your hair and then pull them down this way. It's gonna pull your damn hair. You have to put them on this way and then take them off backwards. Which, how often are people gonna remember to do that? But I do wanna try these on. These are not normally my color, gold. I love gold, but you guys remember the earrings that I had on with the burgundy shirt or burnt whatever color shirt. It's not burgundy, burnt orange shirt. Those earrings were like gold and what is that kind of like, I don't even know what to call it. Like that kind of stone looking thing in the middle. I don't know. But I got these thinking I could wear them with those. Like these will be Nashville sunglasses as long as they don't look real stupid on me. Because you know how certain frames, you know how certain frames do not look good? Now I'm blind. Let's see what these look like. I feel like I should have got the bigger ones. These feel real narrow and my face feels real big. How do we, I can't see shit. So I'm going to have to wait for y'all to tell me what these look like. I don't know. Maybe if my hair was down. I do know that because my eyebrows are uneven to begin with and I have a tendency to walk around with like one eyebrow raised all the time. I have no idea why. I think I'm The Rock. I don't know if this on top will make it look real dumb. How do we feel? Y'all tell me in the comments, because like I said, I can't see anything until I put contacts in or whatever, or watch this back later. I kind of, just from this, I like the color though. I feel like you can't see my eyes, but you kind of can. I don't know, but I feel like with my hair down and those fun earrings in, and maybe with that burnt orangey looking shirt, this could be a vibe with the new boots that we looked at, the Cleo and Wolf or the Wolf and the Cleo, whatever from Boot Barn. This could be a whole look. And I have a cowgirl hat. Maybe I'll whip that out one day and put that on. These might not be too bad. I wonder if I put, I don't want to do it because my hair is like in the thing. I don't want to put them up there. I don't know. But either way, I got these things. They were like 50 bucks, which is a lot for sunglasses, right? Ew, that was gross. I'm sorry. But the fact that it says tangle free, and you can see here, I can see why these are tangle free because they are, how do I angle this so y'all can see that? Aha, there we go. Work smarter, not harder. You can see it is one solid piece here. So they should be tangle free. There shouldn't be anything. This rubber shouldn't like catch your hair either. So I don't know. I like how they look and hopefully they looked decent on me. And they have a bunch of different colors, but this is the like automatic send color. So I went with this. I think they had a black frame that was like the black to gray to like that pinkish purplish color. I didn't really want that. I feel like everybody wears the black ones. So I wanted to try these knowing that these might go good with those earrings. So that's exciting. I like these. Hopefully they look good. I feel like they looked pretty decent. Again, I'll figure it out later when I try them on or watch the video, but I think they look pretty decent. That's the brand. I don't have any like sponsor thingies or anything like that on TikTok or anywhere else. So I guess just like Google that or look that up on TikTok if you guys are interested. Look up Top Fox. I can try to find a link to one of them and just put it in the pinned comment or something here for whoever sells these, whoever I watch that convinced me to buy them. I'll find hers and put it there so you guys can look at it if you want. Then the other thing that I have, I think this is the bra that I ordered. Look, y'all know I have some tatas. They're not small. They're also not natural. Y'all know I got these jokers put in after I got done breastfeeding and everything deflated and it was like sad. So these are not mine. I mean, they're mine. I paid for them. They've been paid off. But they're over muscle boobs, right? And certain bras do not fit correctly. It's a whole thing. 36 triple D. I was a 36 like double D or regular D until I put on that extra 30 pounds and then everything's gotten bigger. So these jokers are heavy. You think you got like basketballs on your chest. But I saw this bra. Everybody was talking about this new bra, this super comfortable bra. So I ordered this. I don't know if this is going to work. I ordered it in an extra large because it's very hard to understand the sizing of stuff. I feel like I'm going to take this out and it's going to look like a grandma bra. Oh, it's very soft though. It is very soft. It is also very large. My boobs are not going to fit in this. This is still probably not big enough for my chest. Either way, I'm going to try this thing on. So the whole point behind this one, look how massive that looks when you do this. That looks like some, I mean, I guess it'll work, but that looks massive. But it does have, I mean, 3 clips in the back. But the whole point behind this one is because it's supposed to, it comes up higher in the front and this down here goes around. And then it's supposed to come up a little bit higher here to kind of hide your back fat and your armpit fat. Like that's the whole point, and it's not supposed to ride around. So I'm going to try this one. I'll let you guys know how it works, how it fits. Oh, thankfully, because it does have, what are those called? Like pads, but it does have the little slit there. So I can take the pads out if necessary, which sometimes I do. Most of the times I do because I don't like these things, but I'm going to try this on the way it is. But if any of y'all have ever ordered this one, this is the, who is this? VR Comfy, very comfy. I don't know what that's supposed to say, VR Comfy. If you guys have ever seen those, ordered this, have tried this, I would love to know your thoughts on this. This does definitely look like a more matronly bra, which as we've just discussed, I am older, so it is matronly, I guess. But I mean, it might work. I'll find out. I'll figure it out. But it is definitely very soft because right now I'm wearing like a $7 sports bra from Target. I bought these Puma sports bras that I haven't tried on yet because you're supposed to be able to crisscross the straps in the back. But depending on how tight this thing feels, that would just dig into my neck. But sometimes I feel like when you do this with your straps, it like lifts them up more, right? It gives you a little more oomph to the girls versus this. They just kind of like, they're there. So I'm hoping that I can try these on and that it'll work. I like the thicker band. You guys can see there, they have a thicker band. I hope that that will not roll up. You know how sometimes you sit down and they roll? I hate that, but I'm going to try those at some point as well. And then look. You guys have seen my shirt that I wear that says swearing helps because obviously it does. I got that from Grunt Style. People ask me all the time where it's from. It's from gruntstyle.com. I do not have an affiliate link. I don't have any of that kind of stuff. So I can't really like give you a link for it. You guys can just go to their website and look for it. But I have a t-shirt that says nut up or shut up with the squirrel on it. So I had to buy the sticker. But I got on their website one day because I was bored, which is when everything should be taken out of my hands. You should never let me have electronic devices when I'm bored because I will shop. I wish that I could say that I'm different and I don't, but I do. And it's my own problem. But I shop deals. We don't pay full price for anything, boo-boo. That's not how we roll over here. But they had this t-shirt and y'all know I like Disney and y'all know I like, you know, mimosas and booze and stuff. So they had this one for $10, the Booze Cruise. And I'm going to wear this someday, sometime, somewhere. I don't know when. Pink is not really my color. Oh, well, this one might not be too bad on me because my face is naturally tomato red. Sometimes pink doesn't work, but I think this one might work. Well, I like this one. Okay, so I was thinking about taking this one and then cutting like the neck out so it's more like an off the shoulder kind of t-shirt to go with the Booze Cruise because I feel like that, you know, it's funnier that way. Anyway, so I got that one. I got Kevin one that says, oh, no, here it is. Hold on. Wait, don't go anywhere. I got him one and I gave it to him already. Come here. And it says, hold on. I'm back. It says, I'll be in the garage. That's all it says. I'll be in the garage, which, you know, a guy, his car, it makes perfect sense. So I got him that one. Then I got this one. It was like $5. And I was like, oh, I like camo. I like all this kind of stuff. It turns out though, that I don't know my own size because I ordered this in a women's medium. Honey boo boo, there is no way this thing is fitting over any of me. The little seams don't even go to my shoulders. This is gonna be tight as hell. And I'm like, all right, this will be your motivation to lose some weight, you know, that way you can fit into this shirt. No, I feel like I'm gonna end up gifting this to somebody who's littler than me because, honey, I'd have to lose like 50 pounds to fit in that shit. That's not happening anytime. So then I got this one too, because again, on clearance, I like the clearance stuff and I like t-shirts, which we've just had the conversation. I need to be an adult and quit buying so many damn t-shirts. I'll do that sometime. So I got this one. This one's a little bit bigger. Wine and chocolate and freedom guns. Is that what it says? Wine and chocolate and freedom and guns. I don't know. I liked it I just like how it looks, right? So I got that one. And then I got, where's the one? Oh, I got this one from my friend Lewis. It says 4 shots and 7 beers ago. And it's got Abraham Lincoln on it because Lewis, he's that guy. And then I got him one that says shenanigans supervisor. Because when we go out, it's always shenanigans. When the 4 of us, him and his wife and Kevin and I go out, it's shenanigans, right? So I got him that one. And then I got me this one to wear in Nashville next time we're there. It's supposed to be like an off the shoulder one kind of too. Like it's super baggy loose. So I'm going to, you know, rock it like that with some cowboy boots and some bootcut jeans or whatever. But it's the country one. What does it say? Country cowboys and cold ones. Kevin is not a cowboy at all. He does know some country music and he does look good in some boots and he has put on a hat before and it was tasty. I loved it. So this is more like I mean, cowboys are still hot, but this is more of I like the size of it and the way it looks, and it should, in theory, hang off a shoulder and look really cute, right? With the right outfit in Nashville. So that's the goal for that one. But anyway, that's that. So the kid should be done working on her stuff now for her marine biology. When they get back, the man and I will go to some wine store, maybe the new Total Wine, because it's massive. The one I told you guys about, it's massive. They would have probably everything, and try to find a bottle of Shiraz and see if it's actually something I like, or if last night was like a one-off or a fluke or whatever. I think that's the goal. And then you'll see me tomorrow. And then when you see me after that, it's going to be a little different. You guys are going to be really excited, but I'm not going to tell you about it until then. So you don't get any heads up on what will be going on the rest of this week, because I want to surprise you, because I like surprises. So that's that. Anyway, SquirrelTribe 2.0. I love y'all immensely. My hair is still doing weird things, but whatever, right? I think that's it. Is that it? Yeah? Maxie Poo. Max. Look, he popped out over there. I never know where he is. You want to say bye? Senor Poo? Say bye-bye. He's like, I don't know, this feels trickery. This is trickery. Okay, I love you. You sit? Will you sit? He's like, no, but I'll Elvis you. You see him do Elvis face? He's like, Elvis. So come here, Elvis. You're fine. Hello, good boy. All right, that's it, y'all. I love you very much. Make sure you check out all the links in the descriptions and stuff. I'll try to put links to these things so you guys can go find them if you want. If not, no harm, no foul. And I'll see you guys later. Okay, bye.